happy Tuesday. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning back in. It really does mean a lot to me and my brother. And let's get right into it. So if you guys saw the thumbnail today, it was another green day. Very fortunate and blessed for that. And I was up a total of $74 on TQs and $8 on SQs. And as you guys can see, I had a lot of filled orders today, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the orders. My last trade of the day, me and my brother decided to load up on 2 more shares of Tesla. I'll talk about that briefly, but here are all of my trades. If you guys want to go ahead on your own time and kind of pause through the video to see where I bought in. But let me get that out the way for you guys again. And yeah, let me just walk through with you guys kind of the most important trades in my opinion and kind of how I went about trading the NASDAQ. So once again, just to remind you guys, me and my brother only trade the NASDAQ every day. This is what we day trade, and what we do day trade are the 2 ETFs that correlate with it, being TQQQ. And if you guys will notice, TQQQ will follow this exact pattern that the NASDAQ has, right? There you go. And if I pull up SQQQ, that will basically be the exact inverse of what you just saw, right? It looks a little messy there because of all my filled orders, but I'm going to walk through it with you guys on this chart, so it looks nice and clean. So right around here was when the market opened up at 6:30 in the morning is when it opens up, and as you guys will notice immediately, right when the market opened up, we did get some nice volatility, right? Because there are these big green and red candles, and it was very choppy at the start, right? There was a lot of changes of direction, and that's why I typically tend to hold off on trading right when the market opens up. I usually tend to give the market a little bit of time, but today, as you guys will notice, it did not go my way originally, right? I didn't listen to kind of my best practices, and I tried getting to SQQQ for my first 2 trades of the day, and they were kind of right when the market opened up, right? If you'll notice that timestamp, it was 1 minute after the market opened up. And I tried getting into SQQQ thinking the market was going to fall, only for it to have these big green candles and kind of flush me out. So once that happened, I kind of wanted to cool off a bit, and I didn't start taking more trades until I saw the NASDAQ kind of break below this area here. And I decided to want to start getting into SQQQ because I thought there was a good chance the market was going to keep selling off, right? I want to show you guys why I really thought that, and it's around the price point right around here. If you'll notice to the right, it's right around 11,130. And 11,130, that was kind of right around this area right here. And I really thought there was potential for the NASDAQ to continue to sell off, right? Pretty aggressively. And because that didn't happen, we did end up finding some type of support, and it did end up wanting to curl up on the day. So there was plenty of opportunity to make money today, right? There was a big play up here from the bottom for TQQQs, and there was another play riding the opposite, the inverse ETF SQQQ. So you can make money both ways when the market is going up and going down. You just have to get into the right ETF, right? The one that's currently pushing up. So basically right around here, when there was a big green candle forming and there was a break above this blue EMA line here, that's when I finally thought that we might start seeing a change of direction to the upside, right? Because like I told you guys before, I really paid attention to this blue EMA line here. And anytime I saw the NASDAQ continuously trying to not push above it that great, right? It keeps getting rejected and falling below it. That's typically a sign that the market's headed in a downwards direction, right? And vice versa. Anytime I noticed that the market, the NASDAQ, was able to push above this blue EMA indicator right here, it's typically a sign that it does want to start uptrending. You'll notice that several different times, right? When it did want to start curling up above the blue EMA line and holding, it wanted to start running, right? And anytime it didn't want to hold above it anymore and wanted to kind of drop, it did ultimately start using it as a resistance now and start to drop and make lower lows and lower highs. So basically, you could have basically just paid attention to this channel right here for lows of the day right around here where my mouse is being drawn, and highs right around up here. And you could have looked to make money either way. It really didn't matter. And I, for example, made money, the majority of my money on TQQQ. If I let me remind you guys again, right? That means that I made the majority of my money on a move going up, and it was this one here, I believe, this big move up. And if you guys will notice, like I always show you, I do like to average into trades. So if I'm gonna average into one, I'll typically start with buying in with a quarter of my position size, 115 shares. And anytime I add in, I'll add in with another 115 shares. These two go together, and these two. It just split them up when it bought in, but basically I buy in increments of a quarter, and that's what I was basically doing. I'd buy in with a quarter, and if I saw it start going my way, I would add to it. And basically I decided to sell anywhere I thought it could get rejected or I was just happy with. And yeah, I just want to leave you guys with that. Today there was opportunity to trade the market both ways, and you could have definitely capitalized on it. Just pay attention to direction. And yeah, that's basically what I can leave you guys off with. If you guys do have any questions in terms of trading, make sure to leave them down below. But last little thing I did want to go over was the Tesla position. I told you guys I would. And nothing big here. If you guys will notice, this was when the market was closed already at around 2:24 in the afternoon. And the reason, 1:24, excuse me. And the reason for that was because me and my brother just saw that Tesla today. If you guys will notice, it really sold off, right? If you guys just look at our stocks on the day, it was our biggest loser by far. In fact, today was our only loser, actually. Prevented us from having a really big green day, but we were able to secure a couple more shares down here at 138.1, and the reason for that was just because we really like where the company as a whole is standing right now. We do find a lot of value in it, and we do think it is very kind of oversold, right? At these prices, Tesla seems kind of unreal to me. And yeah, that's a personal decision. Me and my brother decided to do that. You by no means have to. It's just something I wanted to let you guys be aware of, right? Tesla, even on the 3-year charts, is looking like it has sold off a lot, and it is offering some room to recover. So it doesn't have to, and you need to keep that in mind. That's why we only got in with a quarter, but it is one of the companies we are definitely on the lookout for, and we'll try and keep you guys updated the further the trade progresses. So thank you guys all so much once again. It's been an amazing recap. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.